Welcome back to the Chateau farm. This week we've been completing a major building project for the farm. It has been really long overdue, and this is our huge deer protection fence for this section of the farm. Last autumn in 2022 we planted tens of thousands of plants to overwinter in the hope that we will be able to harvest them in the spring. And within just 2 nights everything had been destroyed and eaten by the deer. This one incident completely changed our farm outlook for the beginning of 2023, and it's another reason why we pivoted to renting out the chateau exclusively for half of the season this year.
Now, of course it's our fault, but we were really up against it in the autumn, and we had this section here built last winter, and the deer, we had the same plants in and the deer didn't touch them at all. So it lulled us into a bit of a false sense of security, and we should have known better. So we had thousands and thousands of plants and the deer ate them all. So what we're doing now is we have the tractor, and what we're up to is we are just starting to make the deer fence. So you can just see Julian, let's zoom in a little bit. You can just see Julian there by the wooden posts. So the fence will have electric fencing, but it will also have mesh fencing as well eventually. Deer, we may have to make a 3D fence rather than just one straight fence of 2 meters plus, because deer can actually jump above that. But we're going to trial the straight fence first, see if that works. So in other words, just straight up and down. And then we'll see how that goes. And then we may have to put something in front of it, not as high, about 1 metre apart perhaps. And that, if the other fence doesn't work, that should work, because deer do not like to jump over things that are 3D like that. They just don't have that sense of depth perspective. Or so I'm led to believe. So, we don't have a tractor, but our friend Mika does. So, he is just getting the ground ready on that side of this field. And that's what we're up to. I'll show you the progress as we go. So you probably can't see, but the PKs, they call them, the fence posts, are all in 2/3 the way down the field. And I didn't catch them doing it because I was busy. It went quite rapid. And then now Mika, Julian's just sorting the pathways out on the new beds, and Mika is basically tidying this corner up so we can continue putting the fence posts around this corner into that corner there. That's where the compost, in a sec darling, that's where the huge compost area is going to be. And the start of it will be all this that we're going to move, which is one we previously cleared. So this was really overgrown with brambles and dead trees, and we did that in the autumn. So a lot of that's been composting down. We'll remove the big branches, pick it up with a tractor, and in the process we'll be turning it and putting it in that corner. Eventually we'll have probably 8 massive compost bays there. This will serve just this field block. May have to get another one, and then we're having one near the wood store over in the kitchen garden as well.
Until 20 years ago, the chateau was always a working farm, and there's lots of farm debris and machinery when we moved here, interspersed all around the trees and the shrubs and buried. And we've gotten the majority of that out, but this time we needed a tractor to do it.
Yeah. Sorry for the shaking camera. I cannot find my stick that you walk with to film, and I film everything on my iPhone. So here we are This is a massive piece of basically what a tractor would cultivate the ground with, all the discs. But it's not worth anything now. It's broken. It's been hidden in that corner for years and years and years, perhaps decades probably, to be honest. The Chateau estate used to be a farm, and we have found so much here which we'll show you. So this is Mika and Teen, our friends who are farmers who've had their farm. Teen moved from Belgium with her family when she was just 2 years old to France, and her France started a farm just like us with nothing. They were actually teachers. This is Mika, her husband, and they now have a sheep farm amongst other things, 300 hectare just over the hill. So yeah, this is what we're doing. This is the piece of equipment. There's Teen in the cabin, and this is what was in a little corner of our pasture. It's no longer pasture in that corner because it was so overgrown with brambles. And we found so much irrigation lines, huge pipes, which all the farmers used to work with the crops, thousands of pounds worth of those. So they may come in handy with us for the future. We're certainly not selling them. We found 2 cars, so we really are starting this farm from scratch again. And it's with help with friends like this, it's going to make it a bit easier for us while we find our feet, really. We couldn't do this, we haven't got a tractor. It'd take a lot of manpower. Shadow! So off they go, lifting the back, and it's been quite wet recently, so we've got some tyre tracks, but it won't really harm the pasture because we've got all the spring growth to come. And where you see right the way up to where Mika's going, that's our first goal, to get the beds right to there. And then what they're going to do, I think they're going to turn it around, and then we're going to store this equipment. We can't use it, but we've tried to ring the metal collection businesses, but they're not answering at the moment, to see if they're interested in collecting some of this old metal that we cannot repurpose. There's nothing we can do with that. Since we've moved to the Chateau, we do not throw anything away that we couldn't potentially use for the future. And when I show you the outbuildings, you are going to see just what we are hoarding. Things that you just don't think probably are worth anything. But Mika's now got to take out this fence post that we've put in, just so we can actually get the tractor through. And what he'll then do, or what Teen will then do on the tractor, is she will basically go then into one of our other paddocks, which is about 4 or 5 hectares, which is just over there. So that's where she's going. And then she'll do the full circle round in that pasture, and then where you see the old coach house, stables, and the the old housing for the servants and the stable people and everything else. Round the other side. That's where it's going to go, behind. Anyway, Chateau.
We've got to get some work done.
Yep. So what we got in the box? The box we've been waiting for.
Fingers crossed. Some new Wi-Fi system, some new trainers and... Oh, it's not.
It's not that, is it?
No. It is... components for our new electric fence to keep out the deer.
Oh, yes.
So that's the power shock system. The cables. That's the handle
Uh-huh.
for like the entry into the field.
Yeah.
Obviously the signs, you don't want anybody getting electrocuted. And those I think will be the loops for the
wire.
to go through.
Okay.
That could be nice. Oh, that's the secateurs on me, so I can have a look.
Okay. Very good.
Oh, it's too big.
Right, well, I'll let you carry that to the field then.
I'm going to use my wheelbarrow.
Yeah. And I'll come and see what you're up to.
Okay.
So how are they going?
Good.
What are you doing at the moment then?
Well, what I've done, excuse me, is build a pilot hole first.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get this a great bit of kit which attaches into your drill. And it fits over the regulator 2000s.
That's what they're called, is
They're
it?
actually called regulators, but I just thought I'd add regulator 2000 because it's a bit Harry Potter-esque, isn't it?
Why Harry Potter?
Nimbus 2000.
Oh, right, okay.
And then you line up that arrow, or I'm lining up the arrow with the top.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just turning it around like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just drill it in. So when your arrow's at the top, you know, that's like that.
Okay, so don't go all the way in then, it's just...
No, it keeps out a little bit.
Right, okay. So to help keep the wire out as well, away from the fence.
Yeah. So far I've nearly done 100.
100 posts?
No. 100
Oh,
regulator
100 of those.
2000s.
30 posts.
So yeah, about 30 posts.
So we're going to go for 4 wires, aren't we? Because we read everywhere and looked online about deer fencing being 3 strands, but actually the book says 4. So we're not going to have probably enough kit for 4. So we're going to do the first 3.
Yeah.
And then we're going to buy some more for the 4th strand just to try and...
This is me measuring stick. Could
Okay.
actually be a Nimbus 2000 watt, bro.
Jesus. I'm supposed to be the Harry Potter fan, not you.
So yeah, just rough guide so I don't have to get my tape measure out. So just bang, bang, drill the holes, stick those in, then
You and your little tools.
steady on.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll catch up with you a bit further on then.
Okay.
Where's Julian? There he is. You can see he's just at the end of where we're putting the deer fence in. It's quite a distance away, that. That is where, at the end of summer, that's where we hope to have the beds finished. And we may have to move then the deer fence back a bit if we want to extend further. But at the moment, that's where we want to be at the end of summer. And this is 400 posts that we had to put in. And this extends all the way into around the polytunnel, the back of the polytunnel. So I just hope that it's going to work. So let's show you. We don't have extensive deer damage at the moment, but it's starting. It's almost as if they're coming for their dessert. There's so much browse around for them to eat, but they're taking a fancy to the beets at the moment. So these are absolutely beautiful beetroot. Carrots, leeks either side. Gorgeous. But what they're doing is they're coming through and grazing. Now this, at the moment, is about 2 weeks worth of damage. They started on this 2 weeks ago. But you can see now, and they've really come through, and there's pretty much hardly any leaves. They're back down to sort of new baby beets now. And that's really going to affect, although the beetroot is intact, they're just eating the leaves at the top. That'll affect how the beet sizes up, because it's the leaves that are going to photosynthesize and put the energy into the root for the root to bulb up. So as I said, they could come through and decimate this in one evening, and carrot tops and everything, but they're just coming through and having a snack. And it's almost like I said, as if they're just coming to have dessert. So let's see if we can get this deer fence up in the next couple of days. See if we can get some prevention going, because it's a shame to lose some of these beets. And although we're not really selling commercially at the moment, we've just got a few customers that we're giving things to while we get everything really set up for spring. It'd be a shame to miss these, because it's some nice food. Some nice food to sell to those few people, some nice food for us for winter. Hi Julian, how's the fence coming on?
Never mind the fence, how about me? I'm slowly dying.
Oh, babe.
Look at that. Ooh.
I know, I can see. And it's not even hot today, is it? Which is good, but...
Yeah, it is good actually. But yeah, it's going good.
Okay.
Just getting the back row of...
Do you want your breath back?
No, I'm okay. just getting the back row of fence posts in, which we never put in with a tractor.
No.
Probably the wrong time of year to put the fence posts in, because the ground's a little bit too hard.
What kind of ground have we got?
It's clay soil as well.
Yeah.
But it's not difficult making the holes for them. Driving them in's a little bit difficult using the
auger.
The auger. But yeah, it's easier if the ground's a bit, well, probably a little bit later on in winter, stroke early spring will be the best time to put them in, because the ground's softer and it'll suck more to the post. But anyway, it's been done.
We can't wait, really.
No, because the deer are coming in and eating the beetroots.
Yes.
So once that's done, then I can get the wire attached.
Mm-hmm.
And then get the, in inverted commas, the gate posts, or the gates done, where you can actually get into the field.
Yeah.
And then I'll take the rest of the day off.
That'll take you all the day.
It'll be about 6 o'clock by the time I finish, yeah.
Do you want to show us what you do with the auger then? People have never seen that before. Try not to kill you. Yeah.
You can take a back shot, because I don't want everybody to see my face struggling.
Okay. Yeah, it's much easier with the tractor, wasn't it?
It was. A bit more dangerous though.
Yeah. Ooh. Unless you whack your face. Well done.
Oh, that's that one.
So no training required today then?
No training required today.
Right, I'll leave you with it then.
Okay, thank you.
So, just really to give you an update, the fence is up and working now. And we have 4 strands of wire. Julian has just added the 4th strand this afternoon after the rest of the materials came. And he's just in the distance over there, which I'm not going to go through because I'm not sure what stage he's at. And I don't want to be messing around with these gates at the moment. Hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of today, because Julian leaves for England again tomorrow morning, he will have the 4th strand of wire, because they have been jumping over. They have. It has been. We knew it was too low, the third one, which was 90, but we followed the instructions of what they said about the deer fence. And we've done 2 really low ones as well for the smaller deer, but also the wild boar. We get a lot of wild boar, which they call sanglier here, and we'll see how that goes. We also have something that is crawling under our nets, which is our insect netting there. Usually protects against rabbits as well, but something is crawling underneath. Had some beautiful cabbages and 3 of them have been eaten. Not deer, because the whole thing would have been off, and the beds would have been destroyed as well. So yeah, not the end of the pest problem. You are battling with nature all the time. So we have, if you're wondering what this plastic is, these are black tarps, and this is what we are doing to solarize these beds, which is basically ferment the rest of the plants that are underneath to give the worms food material to eat. And also keep the soil biology happy, and they will stay covered until January when they get planted up. And here we have, tomorrow I'll be harvesting the last of the pumpkins. We've still got at least another 2 weeks or so till our first frost day. It's been really mild autumn so far, but no sign of that frost yet. Can come any time from sort of the 2nd week in November onwards here. But it's going to be December, so that's the first for us. First for us here. We've only been here 4 years, so we'll see how it all goes. But I'm pleased that the deer fence stage 1 is done, and we'll see how it works. We'll see if it prevents them from jumping over. And as of yet, they've just been on the beetroot. They've continued along that beetroot bed, and time will tell. See you next week, guys.